Hi, welcome back to Project Live Awake. My name is Jana Nixa, and this channel is all about mastering your mindset, raising your vibe so that you can wake up to all that you truly are. And that's exactly what we've been talking about through these last few videos, is waking up to all that you truly are. We're talking about purpose. We're talking about finding that passion. We're talking about tapping back into that part of yourself that maybe hasn't really been super alive since childhood. That playfulness, that joy, that passion, and all of those things, you guys, are what's going to lead you to your purpose. But in this video, I'm just going to give you some questions and some exercises that you can do to really tap into that. You know, hopefully you've checked out the last two videos where we really dive into why we are the way that we are, how we got here, and why we're so asleep and just running around on this hamster wheel, having the same experiences virtually almost every day, doing the same things, eating the same foods, having the same thoughts. And just, I don't know about you, but there are times where I felt in the past like I just going through the motions, driving to the same places, arriving at your destination, being like, oh my goodness, how did I even get here? Oh, it's because your body's on autopilot. It knows exactly where you're going. You don't even have to think anymore. You just do it. And so what we're trying to do is tap back into our purpose. So many of us have lost sight of that. So many of us were told that's not really part of it. So many of us were trained that if you seek and you're successful in all of these things that we consider successful in the outside world, you'll be happy and you'll have everything you want. And unfortunately, we know that's not true. We see it every day. There's so many people out there that have done these things and achieved these things and have all of these things. And without your heart in it, without that part of you being matched with what you're doing in the outside world, you're just not going to feel that fulfillment. That's what this series is all about, is helping you tap back into that part of you. And it first begins with the courage. It first begins with the courage to do things differently. One of the reasons we stay on that loop and in that same story and in those same roles and patterns and decisions and everything is because it's comfortable, and our ego loves comfortable. In order for you to really get back into this space, you've got to get uncomfortable. You've got to tap back into, more of your authenticity. Tap back into that part of you that's just you and not trying to be anything other than that. And with that is some uncomfortableness. It's not as safe. It's a lot safer to be the person that everybody wants you to be. It's a lot safer to continue to do everything the way you've always done it because you know exactly what the results are going to be. But here's the thing. You know what those results are. Are you where you want to be? Can you sit on your rocking chair at 90 years old and look back at your life and go, you know what? I did it. High five. High five to me. I did it. I was singing, gosh, this is going to so date me, but I was singing with my kids this morning, the Bon Jovi song, and you know how it says, I just want to live while I'm alive. Are you going to look back and think that that's how you lived? That's what living your purpose and living with passion is all about. In this video, what we're really going to do now is talk through a few steps to help you really get back to that place. And the first thing you're going to want to do is expect it, to set the intention that you are going to connect back up with your purpose. It's not a finding of your purpose. It's not out there somewhere for you to find. It's within you. So all you need to do is just open up to the possibility, and it will come. And so before we do a meditation, before we, start to think with our head about this, we're going to set that intention that it's here, and we just have to line up with it or accept it. And we're going to do that from the space of the heart. So if you're starting to turn those wheels up here and you feel yourself all up here thinking about your purpose and your passion, I'm going to tell you to go back and watch some of our Living from the Heart videos, because you're going to want to take your awareness out of your head, out of that monkey mind, because it's great for this. It's great if you want to stay here. and just do this for the rest of your life on that loop. But if you want to get outside of the box, if you want to take yourself off the hamster wheel, you got to get into that space of your heart. You've got to open up that heart space. That is where your intuition is. That is where your guidance is. That is where your purpose lives. And the best place I know how to do that is through meditation. And just remember, as we start to go through this process, things might get a little scary. You know, I mentioned that you're out of your comfort zone. I mean, there was a big part of me, just because you're trying to connect more with your true authentic self, your purpose, you know, that doesn't mean you have to uproot your life. If you're starting to feel a little fear surrounding all of this, I would just kind of pay attention to that a little and just kind of see where that's coming from. But I don't want you guys to think because we are investigating this and asking these questions and getting out of our comfort zone that all of a sudden you're just going to have to uproot your life. Everything's going to have to be different, because it's not. It can be a gradual thing. It can be just other things. It doesn't have to even be your career or anything like that. It can just be something that fills you up, you know, whether it's a hobby, a charity, just something that you enjoy doing, giving, like doing these videos. This is just something I truly enjoy doing. It's just going to be what it is for you. Your number one purpose, according to Eckhart Tolle, is to just be present with yourself. Be present and authentic. So at the very least, we can just work on that for now and save some of the heavy lifting for later. So those are just some things to consider while we walk through this process. So what we're going to do now is just a quick little mini meditation. And I hope you'll join me on Saturday, because I'm going to go through a much more extensive meditation on this with a lot more visualization, kind of guided visualization. But for now, what I'd like you to do is just close your eyes and just begin to connect with your breath. Sitting upright and just breathing light into your body as you connect with your breath, in and out. And this is where you can find your guidance. Just continue to turn your awareness further and further inward with each breath. With each breath, just feeling the outer world just slipping further and further away. Filling your lungs completely, your belly. And then exhaling fully. Because we're truly focusing our awareness on our heart center, I invite you to put your hands over your heart as you breathe into that space. And just knowing if thoughts come in, because they will, just once you recognize you've gotten lost in a thought, just bring yourself back to your breath and back to your heart space. And just the breathing in this moment, the breathing in the light from all around you. And with each breath, your heart space shines brighter and brighter as you breathe in more and more light. Each breath, your body just relaxes more and more into this moment. Just surrendering to this time. And however long it takes for you to find this heart center, for you to find this connection, this stillness. Maybe you can feel your heart beating against your hands. You can feel the stillness all around you. However long it takes to get here to this space is perfect. And you will get pulled out, and your job is to patiently just pull yourself back in. I invite you now to imagine that a light is shining on down from you from the heavens. It shines starting with the top of your head, and it just melts down like honey over your skull, just shining down on your face, the back of your head, relaxing the muscles behind your eyes, the muscles in your cheekbones, the back of your head, relaxing your jaw, even your tongue, just relaxing into this light. You can feel its warmth, its support as it flows down the back of your throat into your shoulders, gently flowing down your upper arms, lower arms, and into each and every finger. The light flowing down now into your heart space and your upper back, illuminating every part that it touches, every cell, all the way to the bone and to the muscle. The light flowing down now into your lower chest, lower back, abdomen, hip bones, into your sit bones, fully supported with love and light. The light flowing now down your upper thighs, the back of your thighs into your knees, calves, shins, ankles, feet, and toes. And then the light going deep beneath you, all the way into the earth, just growing these big tree roots, grounding you into the earth. And from this space, from this connection, now supported from above and below, held in this space, you can ask your questions. With the intention of receiving an answer. Knowing confidently that whatever you receive in this moment is perfect. And sometimes answers come later. Asking the question, what is my purpose? If I could do anything, what would it be? If I could spend my life in any way, where would I go? How would I feel? What would I do? Just breathe that light in and just continue to keep your awareness on your heart Noticing when your brain tries to take over and answer these questions. And just gently breathing in and out of your heart, taking your awareness out of your head. Your answer could come in the form of a picture or just a knowing. You could hear something. Or perhaps maybe later you'll see some signs. Always ask for signs that you're on the right track. If money was no object and I could do and be whatever I wanted, what is the first thing? What is it that comes to mind or really to heart? Just continuing to breathe into that light, into that gentle stillness. And you can stay here as long as you need and repeat this process. Sometimes it takes practice to get into this state of receiving and trusting and just the knowing. Usually the first thing that comes up is your intuition. It is that little voice of your higher self. And when you feel complete, ending with gratitude, thanking your higher self for providing you with these answers and this guidance. Thanking yourself for being the willing and brave and courageous to take part in such a process. And you can repeat this as many times as you need to. And keep coming back here to get clearer and clearer. And when you're ready, slowly come back into the space that you're in, into the room. Get reacquainted with your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. I'm so proud of you guys for taking part in that process. That is a great way to connect and ask those questions. You can ask questions about what your purpose is, or you can ask questions in that space about a situation and what you need to do next. And just setting that intention that you will get an answer, that you feel very confident that the solution is within you and that the answer is there. And whatever you feel is perfect. And even if you're not feeling clear, it's because that's where you need to be in that moment. It's not time yet. You know, it's just like a child when they ask a question that's just a little bit too complicated at that point. It's just not quite time for them to know the answer to that. And it's the same sort of thing here. But I would not let that discourage you from asking and continuing to ask and continuing to get to know this part of yourself, because it's full of everything for you. So with that, I just want to say thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please don't forget to like it and subscribe so you can continue to follow along as I create new videos a couple of times a week, every Tuesday and Thursday. And then please join us for our live meditation every Saturday morning right here, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's not a long meditation. It usually corresponds to the new videos for that week. So this one will be a much more extended version of what we did today. So I hope you will join me. Thank you again so much, and keep shining your light.